Hey, what's happening, everybody? Aaron here once again. Today I'm just going to go over some very basic things. A lot of people starting out and just looking for ways to get through chords and scales and such. I'm starting a very basic situation here. You have your A major chord here, right? And what's happening with the A major chord is you have your root, your fifth, your octave, your third, and then you have your fifth again up here. So it's A, C sharp, and E. A, C sharp, E. In that chord. Here, again, A, here's your E, here's your A, here's your C sharp, here's your E, and then here's your octave A on top. So A, C sharp, and E once again. Now, if we want to, let's say, dissect or arpeggiate that, we can do it in a couple of different ways. More than that, really. But let's just say root, third, fifth, octave. So we have that shape. Barring here, and then going back down. All right? Now we have those same notes here. So we have root, C sharp, right? A, C sharp, E. So we're doing triads. Arpeggio. With the octave inside, right? You can do that same shape here, starting with this first finger. Hit the C sharp up here, and then bar your E and then your octave A there. Right? Now, I can even go up to, let's say, the octave A, and I could do that shape. So I have A, C sharp, E, octave A, right? And then back down. Right? I can also go up, let's say, here. So I have that shape here, like a C major chord down here, but I'm actually playing it in this position to hit that A major. So then I have this arpeggio, right? All the way up to the octave A there. So let's say we wanted to combine the position, keeping this as our basis for the arpeggio, adding the C sharp, and then just basically we're just spelling out the rest of the chord. So what I did there is I just went up to that E here and turned it back around. Right? And then back to the root, third, and then fifth. Fifth, third, root, right? We're in A. So there's our scale. Okay, so I have the chord and then the scale, Ionian or major scale. Right? And then, so you just had do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti twice with the do at the end, of course. And then you can also do it here, 3 notes per string, starting with the A, and then we have two octaves there. All in that same key, right? In A. I use this thumb and my first finger, and I start basically with the down on the thumb. So I'm basically just alternating thumb, finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger. Going up, right? So when I get up to that point, then I just kind of repeat but I start this time with my first finger, and then I alternate finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger, thumb. So I'm ending with the finger instead of starting here with the thumb. Right? And then I am starting with the finger. Now it's a little tricky in this area if you're doing this alternate plucking thing that I call it, right? Duck plucking, duckin' plucking. So you're just kind of making sure that this is dun 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 dun, back forth, back forth, back forth. That kind of thing. So you can do them combined. And that's just based on this 3-note. In that 3 notes per string shape. So if you want, you can pick it like this. And just do that, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Kind of thing. You could do the thing here, like bass players or classical. You know, that kind of thing. Now this one's tricky because you're starting with the first finger and you're alternating. Right? Right? And then you start with the second finger. It's a little tricky there, but you just kind of work it out. And then you're ending with the second finger, just like we were ending with the first finger on the duck plucking with the thumb. You know, maybe every in there you can add some, take some away for flavor. If you can, you can kind of try to and then you just kind of mess around, you know, like in that scale, you know, just while your chord's going. You can right in that, you know, right in that pattern. And add your arpeggios. You know, and then, you know, we can do, like, let's say a bebop major, where we're just going to add a minor sixth in between the 5 and the major sixth. So we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So bebop major would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat, sixth, sixth, right? So the pattern for that would be like this. It's kind of tricky because you got to kind of got to kind of manipulate around instead of going, let's say, straight up your pattern. You got to kind of you got to kind of work around those shifts or fault lines, as my buddy Carlos Reeves Morghese calls them. You got to hit your fault lines and your flag poles, just like a slalom skier. You zip right through those bad boys on the way down the slope, right? So you have that major sound still in the bebop. Now, it's a little more exotic sounding than just, a little more exotic sounding than just a straight major. And with your major scale, okay, you basically have, other places that it will go, okay? So like a mode would be the next position. So I'd start, let's say, on the second note, right, of A major. So now I'm on B. Well, in the major scale, the second note is minor. So the second chord, right, will be a minor. So it's like second note is a minor chord. And then you have your next mode. So you have Ionian, right? Our major scale we just worked on. Then we have B minor. So then now we can do Dorian. Kind of a Dorian shape. Right? And then we have, basically up here, we're just going to another minor, a whole step up from that. So it's major, minor, minor, whole steps. So now I'm in like, I want to say like Phrygian. And when you're doing these modes, okay, you're just kind of following the pattern is the same notes. They're just following the scale. So then now I'm up here and I have that right, that kind of sound. And then I go up to a major here, which is D major. You could do the D major here, right? So then I have D major, but for the D major, I'm not doing a major scale. I'm doing the fourth scale in the key of A major, which would be like Lydian, right? So I'd have, right, that kind of sound with the Lydian. Right? And then I go up basically to E, like a dominant. Now here you can do Mixolydian kind of way up here. For E, Mixolydian, right? Kind of goes away, the frets go away on me up here, but and then I have I'm going up now to F sharp, right? And then I have, basically, with that scale, I can do F sharp is the sixth of A major, the sixth note, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So then I can do the sixth scale, or the sixth mode, which is Aeolian. So I'm up here, and then I can play Aeolian in this position here. That minor chord. And then I have this chord here, okay, which is a minor 7 flat 5. G sharp minor 7 flat 5. You catch it here, you catch it there. And it's just kind of a staggered shape here. It's a little trickier here because You got your root, your flat 5, your minor 7, right? And then basically you, with that one, we're doing like Locrian. Let's see if I can get it here. So then you have this with your G sharp minor 7 flat 5 here, here, and then you have Locrian or Locrian. And then you end with your major again. It kind of resolved right back there. So I had my A major, right? I had my B minor, my C sharp minor, right? My D major, right? I had E dominant 7, right? Then I had back to F sharp minor. Then I had G sharp minor 7 flat 5. And then resolving to the A. So for every note of that scale, we had a mode, a pattern to play on all parts of the neck. Instead of just staying in the A major position, we were able to move around and play those similar notes in different positions.